Hello everyone, it's Mike Levin. September 1st, 2015, out walking Cecil. It's around, I guess, 8:30 a.m. and it's pretty amazing how quickly all the parts of Pipulate are coming together and how rapidly it's nearing release 1 completion. There's still plenty of testing and plenty of fine-tuning and adjustments that I'll have to make while it gets put into more and more daily use, but I'm sure it will be, given the features such as the sitemap visualizations, which is something that's often sought after in SEO, a way to see the hierarchical sitemap within your site visually, that you can easily get from crawls from things like Screaming Frog, but which are actually pretty difficult to see in sort of that, little nodes with lines connected together hierarchical diagram view. And now with Cytoscape and d3js.org, I can do all sorts of visualizations, although I only have one implemented through Cytoscape currently. But it's enough to really get the idea across. And creating these visualizations is like creating snapshots of data, almost like printouts at various points in time, so you can create them at different times against your growing data. So you can even do trending of your diagrams and see how your site hierarchy changes over time as pages are added and removed. And let's see what else. Another key feature to fall into place is auto setups, although I alternatively experiment with auto templates. Both of those ideas get it across, but it actually can set up anything in the system, so I'm leaning towards auto setups, although 9 times out of 10 it'll be to create a bunch of templates so that you can run very traditional jobs. Speaking of traditional jobs, those are the templates or the setups I'm setting up. Things like when you want to run search engine position ranking, or you want to monitor the SEO implementation on an existing site to make sure it doesn't go out of whack. These are all pre-canned selections on the Pipulate drop-down menu now. And all I'm doing is creating the fine-tuned instances of the auto setups now that we are going to use for our departmental process and procedures. And the demo is going to be tomorrow. That includes Brandon, but we've got a web meeting coming up at 11 a.m. this morning, for which time I actually want to give something of a preview. So I meant to wake up during the night and fine-tune the auto setup for departmental procedure, but I ended up getting a good night's sleep finally for the first time in a while. If you look at my GitHub trending, you'll see I've been on quite a run recently trying to get this done. Being September as it is now, I've been at Flying Point for almost 1 year. I started October 1st of 2014, so come the end of this month, I will be there for 1 full year. And I am very determined to have Pipulate in position and to have not only transformed the way Flying Point works, but potentially the entire SEO industry. All the various things you would need to do as a private SEO independent consultant are actually in Pipulate, along with a lot of what you would need for being a social media consultant. And it will alleviate you a lot of the need for expensive tools, so all that money you spent on not using one of these $100 or $600 a month products, whatever it is, can go directly towards your bottom line. So free and open source software is something that's been a while coming to the SEO industry, at least in a comprehensive form that could be used as a full suite package, the way things like people attempt to use Bright Edge and Conductor that way actually are. But this is much more than those, because those products don't let you just invent your own features on the fly if you learn a little bit of Python. So in addition to all the wonderful canned things that come with Pipulate, there will also be this constant, ever-present kind of nudging to get you to do your first little thing in Python, just a tiny little concession, not too hard. You write it to just return one value out with one value in as a standalone Python function, and then you just drop it into a location and Pipulate picks it up, and bam, instantly that function is available through Google Spreadsheets, which doesn't sound like much since Google Spreadsheets does support embedded functions through AppScript and such. But to have something that you create, like a domain authority lookup, permanently and forever forward now accessible to you whenever you need it in a Google spreadsheet is actually quite significant. There's no formulas to import, there's no templates to copy and paste. You just click the bookmarklet, answer a few questions, add columns if you don't have them yet. Things like adding columns is now supported in auto templates, so that you don't even have to remember what things to add. Although if you want to figure out and add columns manually, you just go to the Docs tab that gets recreated every time there's new functions added, so you always have a latest copy of the docs. There's just so much richness coming together now in Pipulate. All the things from all the similar systems I had built in the past, perfected and sort of culminating now in my great offering, which I think I'm gonna make this my main thing for probably the next 5 years or so, and evolve it as far as it can go until finally it transforms into something else, has the Google Spreadsheets dependency removed when there's something in the free and open source world that can take its place just as well, and then do my next thing after that. But for now, it's all about Pipulate, and I'm bringing my laptop to work, and I'm going to try and pick up my talking head videos on actually how to do this thing and that using the system. So now is an ideal time to subscribe and follow along. So thanks for joining me. Hope to talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe.